What's happening, everyone? How's everyone doing this morning? Good here. On YouTube studio. Oh man, my shoulder hurts. We got 22 people in here, guys. Hit the like button if you can. Good morning, done right. Good morning. Hi, Matt. Why does the stock keep falling? Even in the pre's? I don't understand what that question is. Why does the stock keep falling? Shorting, it's simple. I mean, they're manipulating this in the after hours market, in the market open. They're finding ways to manipulate it in every single way that they possibly can in order to create fear. And this does create fear. Trust me, as it does go up to 47 and drops back down to 40, drops back down sub 40, they try and create fear. And that's exactly what they're doing. You know, there's a bunch of people that I get texts from like, hey, is this done? Or should we get out of this? And people were saying the same thing when it got down to $5. People were saying the same thing when it was at $9. You know, it's the more red that we see now, the more green we see later. That's basically what I put in the title, and that's basically what I'm standing by. There we go. With that. All right, so we got 69 people in here, guys. Perfect number. Hit the like button. He's gonna dip back to 38. I'm not so sure. It looks like it may have hit the bottom, but then again, you've seen in the after hours market, it started to dip even more and it continued to fall down. So it looks like it hit the bottom, and it looks like it's gonna probably make a little bit of a comeback, a little bit of a bounce off of this area. So hopefully that's the case, and we can see that skyrocket up. But you never really know. It could possibly go down that way. It depends what they're looking to manipulate or how they're looking to manipulate it. And right now, they're looking like they're really trying to manipulate the hell out of this position. So the lower it goes, and you know, the more that we're holding, you know, the more green that it will be later. The higher this thing will eventually go. How is that even legal? It's not legal, and they're getting away with murder, basically. The SEC isn't doing anything. They're completely blind. You're scared? Yeah, see, this is what they're trying to do, is create fear. If they create fear in a few you know, apes, few people that are holding, you know, it's not going to be good. And I'm not going to sit here and be that person that says that you're not a true ape. It's understandable for you to feel fear and for you to be scared when situations like these happen, especially if you bought in a little higher. Like if you bought in at I don't know, 50, you know, 60, you know, 45, whatever, Now you're getting to a point to where you're negative. It's not looking like it's going with you, and it looks like it's a horrible position because they're gonna look to hold this thing as low as they can possibly hold it. Good morning. God bless you, and thank you for your time and knowledge daily. Well, thank you for being here. I'm here to do this just so that we have a community here, and also so that what you can do, not what you're supposed to do, but what you can do, and how I feel about the overall situation, so you don't make the wrong decision for your portfolio. Because if they're the other way around it, they shut down instantly. Yeah, of course. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Matt. Those aches and pains you have, you growing old? No, I'm like hitting the gym a lot more. So I'm, for some reason, my shoulder, I've always had a rotator cuff issue. And I usually exercise it. But I didn't do it at the gym before I did shoulders. So, sorry, before I did chest. And now it's hurting. Just like yesterday, today, after a couple of minutes after the PM open, and just 4K volume stock. Not even possible with just 4K volume. Yeah, I have no idea. I mean, they did it, two days in a row, where it decreased, I guess, 41 down to 40. Now it's not as bad as a drop as we seen yesterday, with only, what do you say? There's only 5K worth of volume, 6K worth of volume. To drop down that much is ridiculous. It makes no sense whatsoever. And then how much buy volume we had here. You see how much buy volume we had here. We had way more buy volume, and it did not even increase the price to where it should have gotten to. You know what I mean? So if you're trying to compare it and say, hey, with only 5,000, 6,000 shares worth of volume, this volume should have increased it double that amount, up to probably 42, but you're not looking at it that way. So whatever. Huh. All right, so we got 122 people in here. Guys, hit the like button. It does help out the channel. It helps us grow, get to the levels that we want to get to every morning. So I appreciate it. Oh, I don't think Ortex is updated yet. I mean, it might be updated from yesterday, but it's not updated yet. Ortex still has NAs for AMC, and the short interest of free float is 19%, and we're still seeing 96 million shares worth of volume, or worth of short volume, and that's just crazy. I think this has to be like false numbers. I think we must be seeing like 40 or 50 when it comes to all the naked shorts and everything. They're hiding numbers behind whatever's not reported. It's ridiculous. We're starting to see a little bit of a comeback here. Back up past the 200 EMA. Hopefully, we might touch the 200 EMA and actually dip back down, but we're looking like we're about to touch it. Average down if you got in at a higher price. Yeah. Can a massive sell be considered a crash? Can a massive sell be considered a crash? So, if you're talking about a massive sell-off, a lot of the hedge funds that may need to make up some of their losses will cover some of their losses with the assets that they have in other positions. So if they're going to sell their positions, yes, it will create sort of a crash. And if you have multiple hedge funds that are doing that, not just one hedge fund, that's where you'll see a massive pullback. However, no matter if we are seeing a massive pullback or a crash, everything that's heavily shorted, so say all these positions that you would look at, whether it's AMC, GME, I would imagine you would have MRIN, B squared, you would have SOS, COS, all these positions that have a bunch of shorted positions in it. You would see those increase as other ones decrease. So even if we would see a crash, it doesn't hurt to stay into some of these areas because of the fact that they're going against what's happening in the market. That makes sense. But what they're going to try and do is show you that it is crashing with everything else, so they're going to continue to short it as they're covering some of their other positions, just to like double, triple, quadruple down on this overall situation. I see on Reddit a lot of people are turning on Matt and Trey for being sponsored by Webull. What are your thoughts on this, Matthew? Sponsored by Webull? I didn't even know you can get sponsored by Webull. I haven't seen that people are turning on Matt and Trey for that. I haven't heard anything. But I know people, like you can sign up using their account. Or I didn't know that they had a full sponsorship with Webull. But either way, what's the problem with that? It would close at 46.50 today or above. Yeah, my prediction yesterday was starting out on the right track. When I stopped streaming, it started out moving in the right direction. I said it would open up at 45.20. I ended up opening up at 44.20. Instead of continuing on that trajectory after I stopped streaming, it started to fall down a little bit towards the later half. I think it was like the last maybe 4 minutes or so. And then, opened up a little under a dollar. A little under, a dollar from where I said it was going to open up at. Then it dropped down to 43, just like I said, started to increase rapidly up to 46, and then got derailed by shorts. I thought that we were going to see that go up to about 52, 53, and we should have. It's just it got fully derailed by shorts. It wasn't something where it was just overbought. It was something where it got derailed. Any type of positive movement is not good for them. For us, obviously that positive movement's great, but not good for them. I'm considering selling some of my other positions at a loss to have money to buy AMC below 40. That's good because if you feel like there's more potential in other positions, then definitely do what you feel is right. And if that's something that a lot of people are going to do, we're going to see this. We're going to see this continue to increase because we're going to hold so much. Is BlackRock still holding their shares? I believe so. From the last that I've seen, I believe so. When I looked at institutional investments, the crash will cause a squeeze. Yes. If the red scares you, then you're scared of being rich. Yeah, I don't know about that. I mean, red is supposed to scare you. In the stock market is supposed to create fear. Obviously, you want to invest anything that you're willing to lose, that you're okay with losing. But I could tell you this: I'm not okay with losing anything. I understand that I can lose $100 and survive from it. I can lose $1,000 and survive from it. I can lose $10,000 and survive from it. But the point is that I don't want to lose that. I'm not afraid of it, but I don't want to lose it. Do you know what I mean? So there's a lot of people that are like that, and it's understandable for people to be be fearful for what's going on in the stock market. They're not sponsored by Webull. They would have to disclose the financial position. They just have an account and share their accounts to earn free stocks, just like the rest of us can. Yes. Do you work from home for your job? Yes, I do. Matt, you're one of the honest ones. Thanks, mate. Yeah, no problem. Especially Zom and Coin. Yeah, see, I'm not thinking of selling Zom. And Coin must have made a move. Did you buy Coin like on the way down when it had that massive drop, and now that it's kind of on the way up and consolidating, I guess around, between what, 230, 250 or 220, 250? Heard AI Investment Group I bought AMC. Is this true? I didn't see that. If you've seen it, then yeah. I'm not paying attention to institutional investments too much. What are your thoughts about Naked? I mean, I think Naked will make a move. It has made a move, Naked brand. I think it will make a move. We've seen that with AMC the first time and GME the first time. So, it does have potential to make a move, and I think it will, as you see AMC squeeze, because it is one of those positions that did move with the heavily shorted positions the first time. So I would imagine we're going to see a decent move with Naked as well. It's just going to take some time. I don't see a problem with being sponsored by Webull. I noticed last night a lot of topics on Reddit. AMC saw people are against them all of a sudden. I'll still watch them, and yeah, it's to a point to where I remember when AMC was down to $4 and $5, and I would go onto Reddit and post something and say something in the AMC chats and all that stuff, and a lot of people were just like, "I'm done with AMC. It's over," and all this other stuff, and it's not something that's going to make a move, and it's not even going to get past $5 or $6 or whatever, and I wonder where those people actually are right now, seeing that it got up to a high of $70 right now, because they're basically saying the same thing here, basically saying, hey, this got up to the highest point that it can get to, and now it's going to fall back down, which is total BS. Fred gives you anxiety, change your chart settings to white and gray. Funny. Your opinion only, not financial advice. When you get stuck bag holding, take the loss and put it into something else, or wait to see it come back. So there's I think there's two ways that you can really play that, right? If the stock does have a lot of potential, if you know that it has a lot of potential and you are absolutely certain, I understand that people like to be right, but take your pride, off the table. Don't worry about what you did believe in the past. If it is going against you, and it's something where you do not see that potential, like AMC, I can see the potential, right? Zomedica, I can see the potential. If I put my money into, I don't know, just a random position, and this may not even be true. If I put my position into, down here, right, and it got to a level to where I was down, $3,000 or $2,000 or whatever, you don't have to wait till it comes back. If you see another opportunity to where you can gain $1,000 easily, but it has to be something where you're going to gain that money back, then yeah, go ahead and make that move. But there's the two options to where if it's going to come back, stick with it, and it's not really considered bag holding. You're just holding on to a position that has a lot of potential. But if you feel as though the trade went against you, a lot of times short term, you can recognize that right from the start and get out of the position with your standard loss that you wanted to have. So if your gain was supposed to be $1,000 and you were looking to accept a loss because it didn't go your way, you can accept a $200 loss and going about your day, live to fight another day, put it into another position and gain that $200 back, if not more than that. So it's tough to play those because, especially with swing trading, when the markets are manipulated like this, when you could see AMC get manipulated all in the after hours market, most likely you're not going to be able to get rid of your position in the after hours market. So the way that this is moving, you just lost, 3% or 3.5%, and you can't do anything about it because the after hours market is less liquid. That's why I don't like the after hours market. I explained that in my video yesterday. I got coin for $330. I would be selling for a bad loss, but it's tying up a lot of money, and I view it long term. So I'm considering pulling out for AMC and hopefully going back in. You didn't think of like averaging down with once it got to its low point? Because for me, I made money with coin. I ended up getting into it. I think I lost money with coin the second time. But when you're holding on to a position like that at 330, you could have probably bought more at 200 and then, basically sold for a smaller loss as you got up to 250. Is there a way to naked shorting? There's not many ways to prove it. I mean, if you see the stock price going down, but it just doesn't make sense with the amount of people holding it and the shorts are not actually increasing, there has to be naked shorts. So you can't really prove it. This is why it's difficult for, to take any legal action really. You can't prove it. And I would imagine the SEC can prove it, but they don't care enough. They're patting their pockets. There's a law, isn't it? Everything is manipulated for people that have money. Anybody that has money gets away with everything. And I mean money. I'm not talking about like people that have millions of dollars. I'm talking about people that have billions of dollars. You can see people with millions of dollars obviously get in trouble, break the law, and they even get like kind of a pat on the back as well compared to the people that have less money. But people that have billions of dollars, they never get in trouble. You'll see that one billionaire that will get in trouble to create an example or to show people, hey, they do get in trouble, but they don't. Don't lie to me, AMC Ape Australia, thank you for becoming a member, or upgrading your membership, I guess, or actually just becoming a member. And Tom, I hope it can recover, but I'm at 130, and AMC under 40 seems like it can make more money. Yeah, I mean, whatever you feel can make more money, then definitely go ahead and do that. I'm not gonna tell you not to do something, you know. Is that a double negative? That was a double negative. Usually yesterday was the highest day. The Nasdaq closing at 35,000. That's ridiculous when you see a lot of positions that were down. Thanks for answering. No problem. Good morning, all. Great day to all. Yes. Crazy how fast people turn on you the moment you say something they don't like. Yeah, of course. And it's all subjective, right? So, 4,261, not 4,261. Either 30 or 100 today. Nothing else will suffice. What do you think about the new SEC ruling in late September that makes it difficult for hedges to sell? I'll believe it when I see it. I'll believe it when I see it, making it very, very difficult for them to sell. I don't believe anything the SEC does. You didn't see my last video. I don't believe any rules, regulation, laws, um, anything that they say they're going to do to, billionaire hedge funds or whatever. I don't believe it. I really don't, because it's all lies. They're exempt from the SSR list. They have so many different things that go against the standard laws of trading stocks, the stock market, the markets in general. What's your view on NEGG? I haven't looked into it. It hurt. Right now it's down 4%. It was down 18% yesterday. I don't know what's making this make a move like what we've seen up to $79, but that's a really, really decent move. I mean, from $10 to $79, could have made a lot of money from that. It is falling back down, stair stepping on the way down, creating lower highs and lower lows. Right now it's in a more of a consolidation phase, and I don't know where it will settle. Just know that there's no real support levels between there, between where we are looking at. So it looks like we might see, a dip down to 26, if I was going to be completely honest. I'm in for 10K. I couldn't put enough in to really move the needle on my average. Oh, I hear you. I hear you. That sucks where you put a lot in. Did you put money in on the way down, like you bought in at 330, or you bought in at like 350 or 380 and then averaged down as it continued to drop? That's what a fight. Well, here it is. What we are here for. So let's do this diamond hands. Yep. Renew. Well, thank you for renewing your membership. I appreciate it. Why would you expect the SEC to do anything? Once they leave, they'll get jobs from the companies that they're going after. Yeah, I'm trying so hard to stay positive with this. And I took everything out of my bank account when it hit $17, but now I'm broken. All my money is in this. So are you still, your cost basis is still $17, right? Matt, there's a lot of traction behind the idea of dipping down to 30 and pumping to 100. Yeah, I mean, it possibly could. It possibly could for AMC. That's what you're talking about. Dipping down to 30 and going to 100. We could see some negative movement. Now I want to see it stay in that range. Still stay like above, I guess, 39. I would not like it to see dip down to 30. There's no support level actually at 30. I mean, there's a little bit of resistance level right here at 30, but I don't know. I wouldn't like to see that. It doesn't make sense how it would be down to that point. If it does go down to that point, then that means they're shorting it a hefty amount, because this is something that was an uncontrollable spike, and this could be something where they're looking to manipulate us to show us 77 as a high, and then decrease down to 40. We understand what they're doing. Consolidation is not bad. We've consolidated before. We're okay with it. How long do you think hedges can take AMC to shake off more paper hands? I don't even think they're not looking to just shake off paper hands. They're looking to shake off everybody. So hedges will continue to do this until they run out of money. Just always understand what happens with people with money. Everybody is stubborn. In this case, we're stubborn, but we know that we're right in this case. We're holding on to 80% of the stock, or if not more than that, and they're shorting it a heavy amount, and we know that we can save the business. We know that the business is going to end up making a lot more money and actually have a fundamental impact to them. And they're just trying to bring the stock price down, bankrupt it, do whatever they can in order to be correct. We see from the Big Short, we see from so many different situations that they like to be right. They're not right. They are not. And we know that, and this is why we're going to continue to hold. So it's going to be a while. With the amount of fight that they're showing, we're going to see this increase, and then we're going to see this consolidate again. Maybe we'll see it consolidate at 150. That would be great and bad at the same time. We would love to just see it, lift off, and for them to just give up, because they're just going to lose more money in the process of them, trying to hold us back. Thanks for your guidance, Matt. I think the stock will be allowed to run freely, and then they'll short it down to 30 to shake the tree. I'm averaging 50 a share, and I'll be holding regardless. 38, maybe 32. No, it's 38. Everyone's saying, go for 32. I'll buy more. I don't have any more money to buy. I'm putting money into crypto, but I don't have any more money to buy there. If they can bring the price down such small volume, why do they need to short so much? The funny thing is, they're bringing the price down with such small volume because they're hiding the shorts that they're doing in the background. So, basically, they're showing you 6,000 shares that they're moving, but in reality, it's like 60,000 or 600,000, right? Like, they're moving a lot in the background compared to what they're showing you, right in front of your face. I have 68 shares with an average cost of $20. And late to get rich, but hopefully was wanting to pay off my credit card debt and hospital bills. But hopefully you get to be able to do that. It's crazy, and I said this in my rant yesterday. It's just crazy how they come after the little guy versus going after the big guy. People that have billions of dollars, why do they not go after them for more money? And they just come after us for anything that is happening with us. And the reason is, if people make a ton of money, it stops them from working. And right now you're seeing a shortage already to where people aren't really working, I guess because of unemployment. And unemployment is just a whole issue, by itself. But I just think stimulus checks are probably the way to go, or monthly checks are the way to go, not to incentivize you not to work. But yeah, they want people to work, because if people make, let's say, millions of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars, you don't necessarily need to work a job, and you have all of these businesses but no workers. That's what they're looking for. They're looking to keep all of the people that make less than, millions of dollars a year to continue to work their job. I'm not selling by August. It's bigger than I think. Yes. Do you think CCIV will hit near 40? Hit near 40 in the future. Currently, I see them on the verge of coming back to 30, but will they hit near 40? It's possible. I'm not really like a long-term person. I usually go off of history, so it's definitely possible that it can hit there. The only thing is, it doesn't show any levels of, you know, I guess maybe a level of resistance up at 40. So it's possible, but right now it's in like that more consolidation phase, and probably possibly could get up to about 33, I would say. If we're looking at a little bit of an upward trajectory as we're seeing that increase, I would say 29 to 30 is probably a better bet to make a move on. And play for the short term with a couple of dollars that you are seeing there. But everything else looks more consolidating than anything. You're seeing it create slightly higher highs and slightly higher lows, so it's quite possible that we could see that increase. But it's still really a guess. You should be wearing green, not red. Well, the problem is that if I wear green, then you would see right through me because I have a green screen behind me. So is there even a reason not to raise the cost if your position is low? I don't know what you're asking here. When your AMC exit video coming out? Yeah, so I'm gonna possibly do that today, talking about AMC exit strategies and all that stuff. Right now we're not seeing it increase, so typically those videos, like you'll make those videos when we do see it increase and let people understand where this does go or where this can go. But yeah, I'll figure that out. Depending on what happens today. Right now, AMC is still down, I believe. I haven't checked it in a little bit. It's still down about 3.8%. So it's down to about $40, almost $41. IHOP or Denny's? Which one? Denny's. IHOP is usually dirty. I don't really eat breakfast though, but yes. Why so much fuss about UBI? What do you mean? Why are people not like supporting UBI? Is that what you're saying? How's your AMC option doing? Not great. Because my strike price was 47, and right now it's at 41, so it's not doing the best. And my break even on Friday would be 53, so we'll see how that plays. Thoughts on ZOM? I think ZOM is good. I put out a video yesterday about ZOM. It's just in a place to where a lot of other positions are actually decreasing as well. So yeah, I do believe ZOM can make a this week expiration. Yes, it expires this week. If they don't want people to have money, so they go to the work, then why fuss about UBI? This is the thing, yeah. When that demotivate people from working? No. So you look at this. For something that's happening right now, they're putting a lot of stress and a lot of money into unemployment. Unemployment incentivizes people not to work because it's literally in the name, unemployment. And that's the issue is you're having people basically saying, oh, you know what, I can't work. And the reason why they're saying I can't work is because they can make more money sitting at home than they could, working a job. And that makes no sense. Now, with universal basic income or some sort of income, that's basically saying we're going to just give you $1,000. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We're going to give you $1,000. You can work if you want to. That's basically saying if you want to make more money, you can make more money, and we're going to give you $1,000 type of thing. So it doesn't incentivize people, or disincentivize people to work. It will basically, if you have some sort of driven mindset to you, and a lot of people do, they'll want to make more money and say, okay, well, you know what? I can make money from my job and get free money from the government. There's no issues there, So a lot of times, from what I've seen personally, I've seen people that say, like, I wish that I can get up and, go and make more money, but I can't. Unemployment checks are still breadcrumbs. Yeah, they are, but it's just people that, from the people that I've seen, they would just say, I'm not going to work because I'm making more money from unemployment. And I've seen that statement multiple times when they were working and they were just getting a stimulus check. They would say, oh, I have the stimulus check. This is extra money that's coming in, meaning that they are working, but they also get the stimulus check. Do you know what I mean? It's a different situation than people just getting unemployment. It means that unemployment means, hey, you're not going to work, so we'll give you money. It's versus people just getting money saying, I'm going to work plus gain the money that you're going to give me. Can you explain how they whoever they are can manipulate it? So there's things called naked shorts, where they can short these positions, and it's not a traditional way of shorting the position, which I don't even think shorting positions to an extent that they're doing it is legal. And when they're doing this, where naked shorts are not being tracked, and I don't even know how they can physically do that, because obviously we can't do it if we wanted to. They end up making those moves. They also have dark pool trading that's going through, and that's something that's not seen by us as well. So all of this stuff that we are seeing in front of us is not 100% true. It's not the full picture. We may be seeing, I don't know, 65% of the picture. No, your poll should also include sideways. No, I just want to know whether it's going to be a red day or a green day. There is a very slight chance that it will finish at break even. So I'm going to go red day or green day. If it does finish at break even, then I will admit when I'm wrong, but it's a very slight chance that will finish at break even. So red or green. I understand we could trade sideways, but and trading sideways could be anything from being down 1% to being up 1%. But I think if we're up or if we're down, which one will it be? Did you opt out of the child tax credit thing for the next 6 months? I want to opt out. I don't think so. I need to take a look at that, because I don't care about receiving my child tax credit ahead of time. It just makes no sense for me, because I'd rather do that while I'm doing my taxes. You see my last message? No, I didn't see your last message. Going down today, we are nearing the end of the sell cycle. I say by Thursday we start the buy cycle. Hopefully, a big move Friday. That's a tall order right there. a big move on Friday, which is something we basically never see. And I don't like using absolutes. I would just say, you could probably say 90% of Fridays are going down. They don't want us to increase to any levels because of the fact that those are days where options could make us a lot of money. And now I think they're trying to keep us below certain levels, maybe 47, so that we don't end up making money on options. If unemployment is enough to make you not work, then I guess you felt saved at work. Yeah, I mean, to think about it, isn't it increased unemployment? So you get the traditional unemployment plus like extra unemployment. So if you're, it's not about if unemployment is enough to make you not work. It's, is it more than what you're making at work? If it's more than what you're making at work, which was the case for a lot of people make under, minimum wage, or sorry, not minimum wage. They'll make minimum wage, or they'll make the under the poverty line or whatever, and they're not making a lot of money, from there. Like they'll make minimum wage, but then when you look at the amount of hours that they get, they don't get enough, and it sucks that they are making so little that unemployment would be better than what they're making, but that is the case. If you can partner that, if you can say, hey, give this person money, not for not working, but for, putting in an honest day's work that's obviously making less than what, they should be making, to survive. So it's definitely tough. I'll tell you, it's definitely tough because I've never been a fan of unemployment. Never been a fan of unemployment. No matter how many family members I would have on unemployment or that chose unemployment over anything, I was never a fan of unemployment. Why do you think we are seeing this sell off? Manipulation, of course. There's no other explanation. We do have some selling that's going on, but in the pre-market, after hours market, for retail traders to be able to sell, a lot of that is not as liquid as you think. Unemployment enhanced is more than I make, and I make $25 an hour. Yeah, see, that's what I mean. If you have enhanced unemployment, then you're making a decent amount of money, so it's incentivizing people not to work, which is more of a political view on things. If when Democrats focus on, and I don't want to make this about Democrats and Republicans because I'm not, I'm neither. I just care about, I'm pro good ideas and understand how the economy works really. When one side will basically say, oh, we support people, and you get unemployment passed, and the other one, the other side basically says, you know what, we're okay with unemployment. What does that truly mean? Are they trying to push a different narrative there? Possibly, I don't know. But either way, unemployment I don't think is a great benefit for a lot of people. It's going to be great money for people not to work, but if you're looking for America to work, that's not going to be the case. So, anyways, what are your thoughts on Meet Kevin? Seems very sharp, but pushes his program so much. It's a turnoff, in my opinion. I still listen and learn from, but was curious. I like Meet Kevin, and that's what you do on YouTube. You push your programs, you push, hitting the like button, just like everybody should hit the like button here. We have 419 people, so hit the like button. I do like his content. It's very informative. He does a lot of research, so it's okay for him to push his program from time to time. It's basically like if every video, like if you have a person that you watch and they always have some sort of a sponsor, It's the same way. Instead of him having sponsors, he has his own programs that he pushes, and apparently they're really good. Because if he puts a lot of time and effort into his programs like he does his videos, which I would imagine, he definitely has great head on his shoulders and obviously going in the right direction. Having like 1.7 million subscribers. I haven't seen one of his videos in a while. Who thinks the earth is flat? Past 6 months were the perfect time for strikes to demand higher wages. I guess so, yeah. Well, right now, like I said, I went to South Carolina and there was a shortage in workers. And it was funny because, well, not funny, but it was funny because we did think that the restaurant was completely packed, but it wasn't packed. It was the fact that they only had a certain amount of staff. And when we sat down, 45 minutes into a wait, like we had a 45-minute wait, we sat down and there was nobody even close to us. Like we sat outside and there was nobody there. None of the tables were filled. We went inside and you literally had like a quarter of the tables that were filled, and I was like, wow, that's crazy. So now you have a wait because not because you're too busy, it's because you don't have enough people to man the tables. I have a gut feeling something big will happen this week. They will try to short the heck out of it before that, though. I'm hoping you're right because it's not 100% predictable. Now, what are your thoughts on using Weeble despite the PFOF situation? I don't know what that is. 61 days. All right, in 9 minutes, I'm going to close this up to members only. Yeah, Matt, when I subbed to you, you were almost 200K subs. I was almost 200K subs. When I subbed with you, you were almost at 200K subs. Brother, I'm still here with you. How? Wait, I was higher? Me? I'm only at 160 or 126 K subs. This is the highest I've ever been. I was never at 200K subs. Unless you meant 200 subs. I love Meet Kevin. He's awesome and does a lot for his community. Not just a YouTuber. Yeah, I think you're right by saying that. I think he does care about the revenue, though. Obviously, he cares about the analytics and not clickbait, but clicky titles and thumbnails and all that stuff. He doesn't put too much effort into the thumbnails. It's just something where it does resonate with people with something that works. Where he just has him, and it may be something that's sharpened a little bit. How violent of an uptrend will this short squeeze be? I think it will be pretty violent, but depending on what's happening, how much money the hedge funds have, it won't be as violent. So if they have some money left to level it out a little bit or stop it, derail it in any way, then they're going to end up doing that, and you're going to see consolidation points across the board. And this can go out for months. We've seen this make a move the beginning of the June, right, where it made that move into the middle of June, and then it started to kind of level off and fall down. And then, in the middle of July here, we're seeing this fall down again. It could be a point to where every time we see an increase, it could be 2 months after to where we end up seeing another increase. How many shares need to be shorted to go down to $5? Well, technically, in front of our faces, they have not even shorted 100%. Remember GME that they shorted over, I think it was over 100% short, right? And what they're showing us here, this has to be wrong. There's another update for AMC, and it's saying that the short interest of free flow went down. This has to be wrong. This has to be another glitch that's going on. You're saying the date released would have been settlement date was for June 30th, and they released this information yesterday, and they have 75.48 million shorted shares left. You're telling me that they decreased their shorts? That's a complete lie. That has to be a complete lie. They did not return that many shares yesterday. They did not. So we saw what the numbers ended at, and now as it updated today, you're saying that they decreased the amount of shorts that they had by close to 20 million short shares. No, that's a lie. So this has to be wrong. Hopefully they fix that. But anyways, it's not 100% short, and GME was 100% short at one point, over 100% short. So if we ever saw the this get to 50, 60, 70% short, then it would be a point to where they can bring it down quite a bit, but it would also make the squeeze more deadly. You're saying it would drop today because they had overestimate. There's 80% of AMC. This overestimated shorts with the algorithm. This is just a reset. It's paid daily interest and eventually get to a point that their profits made in their position. I'm offended by the name ape. Identify as a large primate. Short interest has dropped as order text overestimated the recalibrate yesterday. They overestimated shorts. How's that even possible? By 20 million? Abe, stop talking calls on AMC right now. You are fueling the hedges and the market maker stock suppression versus AMC. I repeat, we are suspending calls on AMC until further notice. My buddy got hit on his calls. Diamond Black, thank you for becoming a member. Vortex estimate was overshooting. Today they are correcting. Macor said to expect it to drop today based on correction, but drop by 20 million. Macor said it was. So we talked to Ortex directly. Is that, can they return their shorts on the dark pool, or where can we see it? I don't know the answer to that question. I don't know where we will see it. We should see it in what the price action is doing, but try to talk nicer to your audience. I need to talk nicer. I mean, I'm pretty nice usually. Do I have a different tone to me? My wife says I have a different tone. That is, but I usually talk nice. I'm very nice to people. Vortex only shows 80% of all. Yeah. The only thing that will make, oh, we're down 4% now, 4.5%. Things popping in GME, NFT being dropped. on the 14th, and GME getting margin called, which causes the hedges to lose so much capital that AMC gets margin called. Could be possible. I, of course, made a video on last night. All right. Now they've been now they've been overestimated. It doesn't seem a bit much so. Yo, Matt, what's going on? Shiv, Carlos M, go to your safe space. Oh my God, feelings. No, Matt B. Savage. I've been watching since early May. Been diamond handing my dollar since then. Thanks for the info. I listen every morning. That's amazing. Well, thank you for becoming a member, and thank you for saying such kind words. I appreciate it. Gotta fix the date in the video title, Matt. What is the date? Did I not update it? 2020. Good catch. I'm still stuck into last year. 2020 didn't happen yet, or didn't happen, so it's all good. Yeah, 2020 didn't happen. Be realistic, Matt. Matt's a beast, no cap. Thanks. We have a very strong enemy. All right, so now I'm gonna go to members only. Thank you guys for becoming a member. Say or just say. I don't know how to say it, but thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate it. Also, Ortex can only go off the information given to them. Doesn't mean the information is correct. Just another way to try and make a sell. You need to be so strong, Rose. Yes. The more red we see now, the more green we see later. We're just copying my. It did say 2020, but I should have updated it now. Should be fine. Members unite. I like the title, Matt. Thank you. Dark pool spoofing, high frequency trading. Adam Aaron equals paper hands 5. AMC option manipulation 6. Media 7. Media FUD 7. Naked shorts 8. Synthetic shorts 9. Option market manipulation equals time to get active. I like that. Too much scare money and people who jump. Don't tone it without knowing what time look like. I would call them cavemen, not apes. I mean, anybody that's invested in the position, if people get scared, they get scared. It's understandable. There are so many people that get afraid as to what's happening. I could tell you that as I see some of these drops, some of them do scare me a little bit. It surprises me to where you'll see my face probably like my reaction will be more of a frozen reaction to trying to understand what is going on. Not something where it's like, hey, I'm scared, I'm selling. It's more or less I'm trying to figure this all out. So in my situation, yes, I will say that there are times where I can see price action that is extremely aggressive and lose all gains that were there, and basically going through my mind, hey, I could have increased my shares if I knew that this was coming, but who knew that this was coming? This is the issue. So then I start to really think about it. It's like, no matter what, you couldn't have made a move out of there at 77. Who knew that that was the peak point? Who knew that that was going to just stay there? Because when it got to 77, that was in the after hours market. You know what I mean? After hours market. And then when it opened up way lower. So then you basically said, hey, you know what? I seen it get to 77, and now I'm going to end up selling my position at 58. Does that make sense? Yes, it has more capability to go down to 36, but can you sell at 77? Possibly not. I mean, there's a big chance that you couldn't have sold all of your position at 77 in the after hours market and then get back in at 30. So don't make that move, because it could be a mistake of you possibly, selling at 58 and then seeing it go back up to about 65 and then buying in higher. So it's just so tough. The lower it goes, then the more I can add to my position. I like hearing that. It's all psychological. We've been conditioned our whole lives to stay in the line and do what we're told, and bad things happen if we don't follow that standard. That's 100% true. The drop makes me happy, just to give us more time to get more shares. That's true. And the more that they drop this down, it gives people more of an understanding of the full capabilities of where it can go. You're conditioned by the design of these systems, so they keep the 99% worker bees in line. AMC 200 today. always coming clutch with the a little bit of an overstep or a reach in the price, but it's great to be able to have that reach for that price. I have to be a little more realistic, because if I say, hey, it's going to 200 today, and everybody believes me that it's going to 200, then they'll end up putting their money in at any point, which is good either way. But still, I don't want people to put their money in at maybe the midpoint or the high point of the day. I want people to put it in at the low point of the day. And my roomie in Abe too, and she likes he's like, I hope the dips more so she can load up on the discount. That's good to hear. There's gonna be a boulevard of broken dreams for the hedge funds. Green Day. Right now we're showing that people are saying 53% up. So if you haven't voted in the poll, vote in the poll. All right, Ape, see the dip. I must have more. It's on sale. Cheaper AMC is more. It is the more I can buy. Yeah. Matthew Perry's cough drops. Hey Matt, did you say you did an option video after talking to your brother-in-law? I can't find it, so I'm still in the process of editing it. If you guys want to see, I'm still literally in the process of editing it, and we have me and my brother-in-law, and we're just gonna be talking about options here. So I have that edited right now. Really only have 6 minutes that's edited. Not really edited a crazy amount. There has been some that has been cut out, but it should be, I would say the length of it is probably going to be somewhere around, I don't know, maybe a little over an hour or so. I would hope that it's like 50 minutes, but I think it might be a little over an hour. We had a lot of dead air that we need to cover up. So yeah, I'm in the process of editing it right now. No, the SEC, Jesus, the SEC needs to completely restructure. They have not changed or improved since the Bernie Madoff. Yeah, I don't know if they will do that. I mean, everything's run by money in this country, and I mean it's good and bad, right? We love that it's run by money. We love how this country functions. The only thing is that some things kind of just don't sit well with us. When people with money control literally how the stock market is moving and how people can make money from money, it's a little ridiculous. They're basically saying, hey, you know what? You can't make 50, 100%, 200% in one day. You need to be stuck to this system of, making 10% a year or 5% a year, depending on what the fundamentals look like. But we're saying that's complete BS. We can push a stock if we wanted to. Just like a hedge fund, ends up manipulating a stock and, drives a stock to bankruptcy. We could do the same thing for buying a position, for giving a company, that much leverage, or we can do it the opposite way. But we don't want to short companies out of business. While these hedge funds want to short companies out of business so they don't have to deal with anything, we just want to find a way to make sure the business thrives and give it so much more. For way shareholders can vote for a share count. I mean, yeah, but I mean, I would say, you'd usually do that when you offer more shares. So you issue more shares, um, but it's still not gonna help, depending who's doing that share count. If it's a company share count, and you obviously know that information there. But if you're doing it based on, like, if the SEC forces a share count or something, or the government forces a share count, whatever, it's not going to sit well. They can do whatever the hell they want. I just don't trust anybody else doing the work. While we're sitting here, this is something where it's like a trust issue. I have sort of a trust issue at work, to where I don't let a lot of people do my job, because I feel like they'll do it wrong, and I try and train them, and some people will end up doing a great job, and it's great. But I have a little bit of a trust issue, to where it's like, I don't want to let it go fully until I understand that you know how to complete it or something. Same thing here. I don't want to let anybody else recount it. I want to count it. I will count up to 500 million shares if that's what we need to do. I think the SEC has turned a blind eye to the worst part of what the hedges are doing. Oh yeah, of course. They have the nerve to only pay essential workers minimum wage, while corporations made record profits while Americans were struggling. Power to the people. The reason why that happened, and I don't want to sit here and make this a political discussion, but the reason why that happened, corporations seen record high numbers. You could see that, stocks were increasing over the pandemic, right? Which made no sense why that would happen. But then you actually look at it from a 10,000, 100,000 foot view, and you could see that all corporations were open. Target, which is technically a grocery store as well, was open. Walmart was open. You had all the grocery stores that were open. Everything, department stores, all that stuff. they were open. But then you had small businesses like a mom and pop, hardware store that couldn't be open. So then they end up, closing down for good. So the reason why they would do this is to limit the amount of small businesses and keep the amount of corporations, so that people are forced to work for these corporations. That's just as simple as it gets. It's ridiculous, but they do whatever the hell they want. The squeeze happens after they'll find a way to make new rules and laws to move the goalpost in order to make money easier. They want us to make money. They want us to make less money. So yeah, I would agree. After we see a lot of this pass, they're going to figure out a way to where we can't communicate as much. And I guess in their view, we're manipulating the stock, but we're not. We're mainly just doing what hedge funds do. Hedge funds will put all of their resources into one position, and try and bankrupt that stock, while we're just trying to save the company. It's something where it should be looked at as a good point versus a bad point. We're trying to save this company, not try and tank it. I don't want it to happen to where Toys R Us got pushed into bankruptcy. I don't want AMC to be pushed into bankruptcy. I love movie theaters. Like, my wife loves movie theaters. My family loves movie theaters. That's what we're here to do, Mackey has made an interesting point that hating when the SEC does not work in our favor, since it will just strengthen their position to hate us since we crap on them instead of them. It's not gonna. I don't agree with that. No matter what, they you think that, oh, they're just gonna hate on us. They do hate us. I don't understand. There can be no more level of hate. If we pull off anything that these hedge funds do, anything even close to it, you know, we we lose no matter what. We get jail time, all of this other stuff for anything that could happen. But billionaires don't have that happen. So I will totally disagree that talking about the hedge funds, understanding or talking about the SEC and understanding what they're doing, and not really believing in any rules that are coming out is something that will end up working for us in our favor. Because if we're sitting here putting all of these thoughts and minutes and hours in a day worried about SEC filings when they don't mean a damn, like that, you can't get anything from them, like that will be a waste of time, and it will not work in our favor because we're putting so much energy into this thing that will not pan out. If it's not going to pan out, why are we putting energy into it? Why are we reading 50 pages of an SEC filing when it doesn't make sense that they haven't done anything with any other filing that has been out there? It makes literally no sense to give it any time. So that I would agree to one point, to where typically when you do talk about someone that you dislike, or some organization that you dislike, they tend to dislike you more. But I don't think the SEC could dislike us anymore, in my opinion. We see volume today. Where's AMC volume looking like? 153K. We're not really seeing a crazy amount of volume. We're not really seeing a good amount of volume either. So today, on a Tuesday, it's not looking the best. We're down 4.5%. We could definitely see grounds for reversal because yesterday was a difficult day to take in as well. So, yeah. The enemy of the enemy is my friend. However, the SEC is an enemy to no one. It's going to be on us apes to get active and raise awareness. Yeah, I'm just saying that. I'm not saying that you should hate the SEC. I'm not saying that you should hate any filing or rules and regulations. I'm just saying don't put too much stock into that. You see what I did there? Don't put too much into that position that they have there, or filing, or laws, or regulations, or whatever, because it's not worth your time. It's great to understand, I guess, a little bit of what could happen, but it never follows through. So don't put too much time and effort into it. People working are just people. People are incentivized to act or not based on their own perception. We can rally against the system, but how against me personally? Yeah, I'm not saying that the people, the regular people at the SEC are just people, but the SEC as a whole obviously has its own mindset to it. You know what I mean? I'm not going to say I hate anything. I'm not that type of person, but you have to understand when someone has some sort of vision or narrative they have to show. There's someone there that is not with us in what we're doing. You know what I mean? So yes, the regular workers, they're regular workers, but they're just really performing whatever tasks they can perform based on the higher power that's telling them what to do. There's always that higher power that's telling them what they should and should not do. So there's some people within the SEC that are obviously trying to push this narrative and push this image, but then there are other other people, the standard workers that obviously just go with the flow. And no hate on anybody. It's just I won't believe what they're putting out. In the last individual who gave jail time was SEC is more of a joke than me. Matthew Ferry's cough drops. Yeah. Did you happen to see Trey's video from yesterday where he stated the price could dip back to 20s before ripping? What are your thoughts? Diamond handing either way. I think it could. I think it would create or they would need a lot of one, selling activity, which I mean, if they start to short this a lot, then yes, you could have, create fear, which can create selling. And that could be possible that it could go down to 20. And if it does, then that's not a bad move, because then people can buy these dips, and I definitely can buy those dips, because if it goes down lower than 20, remember I covered my initial investment at 20, hoping that it would, or not hoping that it would pull back, but seeing a pullback there. So, and it didn't end up pulling back, even though that was a firm resistance point. So that's where it could be possible. And a lot of people will probably buy those dips. But do I see it happening? I don't. I really don't. That would take a lot of effort on their end, shorting wise. Unless we started to see a lot of people sell, like maybe the day traders and swing traders all sell at one point in one time, where you see it decrease and then you see some shorts that are going in as well. So yeah, it's possible, but I didn't see the video though. If you could take our money and arrest each one of these, if they could take our money and arrest each one of us, they would. They absolutely. It's only a free market when they're in control. Absolutely, I agree with that. It definitely is only a free market when they are in control. It's not free, as you can see. They're putting up with all this stuff. So I don't care what anybody else says. Obviously I have my own opinion, and whether it's Matt Core's opinion, Trey's opinion, I have my own opinion about the government, SEC filings, rules, regulations, especially after history. Because if you don't know, based on a lot of my analysis, I look at a lot of history, and from the history of every filing, everything that we've seen put in place, nothing has happened. Absolutely nothing has happened. After we put the hedge funds out of business, how do you think they will retaliate? How do you think they will retaliate? Bailouts? I think they're going to find a way so that we can't do what we're doing, limiting the amount of, posts that are out there. Anybody that talks about just specifically AMC, I think on like Facebook, like you can't create those groups because that's considered like market manipulation, I guess. But I don't know if we're going to put like a couple of hedge funds out of business, not all hedge funds. Some hedge funds are rolling with us. Some hedge funds don't even want to touch it, shorting wise or call wise. But yeah, once you put like a big hedge fund out of business, then they start to really look at a certain area. I hear you. I'm just saying that the SEC is our only shot at stopping the hedges manipulation. So we need them to enforce and create rules for more SEC people that we can recruit. But don't you think that if they're putting in all these rules and regulations and don't enforce them, that it's not a good thing? That right now we're showing that the SEC has a lot of pull here, that they can create rules that will not be enforced, make it seem like they're doing something, and the way that we're pushing it, saying that it's nothing but positivity, means that we can't have change in the SEC because it's all positive. If we if we don't have, if we're not able to call out the fact that they're not doing anything, then we will never see change within the SEC. It's just like if we can't call out that the government, the House and the Senate is flawed, then we won't be able to, change the system. Hopefully, get everybody out that has been in there for 30, 40 years and doing the same thing that they've done in the past. If you want change, you obviously have to talk about it. They didn't say it would dip down to 20. He said to be mentally prepared and keep your emotions in check just in case it did. Don't forget, we we know we have support around 36 to 38 and 32. SEC don't run at all. That chart view looks like a cup and partial handle. Yeah, sort of. Yeah, sort of. It does absolutely nothing for us, and they bend over backwards for the hedge fund. Don't forget to comment on the proposal FINRA Rule 2119 for companies to report their short positions. They will never do, ever, and never ever have. Whoever said Trey said it, who hit the 20s needs to be reminded that Trey never makes predictions, only possibilities. Yeah. The question is whether we have enough voices to call them out. Yes, we can see corruption, but are there enough people willing to stand and demand change? That's the thing. If we can't get enough people to demand any change, whether it is in government, the SEC, whatever we're looking at here, can we find a way to demand change, get new people in there that have a different mindset, new people in power that care more about the how the market is running versus how much money they're making? Because if you have an organization that is going to be fighting the people that are doing illegal things in the market, right? And they care about how much money they're making as well. Remember, everything's run by humans. It's not run by AI. So if everything's run by humans, you have human emotion there, and there's always at least someone at the top that has that greedy mindset to them. Even you can have a greedy mindset. You'll probably be in a stock and you'll say, I'm up $1,000. Well, I can get to 2,000. Well, how about you accept $1,000? You're only looking to make 100, and now you're at 1,000. You're being too greedy. People that go to the casino, they bet and bet and bet, and they get too greedy, and then they end up losing it all. So, posted a link in the Discord. The big problem is tax-free money you're getting for unemployment. Seriously, how much money does one person need? These billionaire hedge funds run businesses into bankruptcy, cost people jobs, etc. Yeah, I mean, obviously, I think of it, more personal to me. And yes, they do do all that, which is horrible. The business is bankrupt, which takes experiences and memories away from a lot of people. Something like Toys R Us, something like AMC. If they take a huge movie theater chain away from this country, I feel like that's not good at all. Especially with a person like me who absolutely loves and adores movies. It's ridiculous. And a company that's struggling just because of a pandemic that they couldn't help would come along, and the country would shut it down. I feel like that should have been a clear bailout But no, the hedge funds are allowed to short these companies. They should have taken shorting off the table while the pandemic was in place. The big problem. I just read that. Just read that. This whole situation that they're moving their shares through dark pools is trash. Literally shouldn't be able to convert shares through a dark pool. You're right. Remember hashtag Rip Toys R Us. I'm right there with you. I mean, they're still alive, just not to the same extent that they were. Like they have like 2 stores or something, and I don't even know how they're doing revenue wise. But it's not the same experience. I know that Harper would still like to go there because it is like a hands-on experience where you can play with Legos and all that stuff, but um, it's not the same. Hey man, do me a favor and pull up Jim Cramer's Twitter and look at his tweet from 40 minutes ago. Ooh. Shoulder keeps. AMC buyers hold. Why is he saying that? Wasn't he one that was against it? I don't know whether to retweet it or not. I guess I will. Interesting. Why he would say that. Uh, absolutely just hurts. Is there a ticker for Toys R Us? I don't think so. I don't think they're publicly traded anymore. I think they went through like bankruptcy and everything. Just waking up with what the hell is going on? My beloved AMC. What did I miss? A lot. I mean, there's just some downward movement we've seen from the after hours market, and it kind of pushed into the pre-market as well. You write me a note saying I can't work today. I don't think it'll work coming from me. I'm not a doctor yet. But it was weird. Yeah, it's kind of weird that he would say AMC buyers hold. What is he seeing? Uh, ah, shoot, shoot. I need like a band so I can exercise my. Ah, it hurts so much. I missed the word good in your comment. Right now, AMC is at 4% down. We're gonna also look at GME, see where that is. GME didn't really move much yesterday, right? Just 1%, and right now it actually is positive, staying around 189. So they're obviously putting a lot of effort into AMC here. Interesting take. Is Kramer saying if buyers hold, is it wait to buy? No, I think he's saying like hold. Like as in hold your positions. If you buy, someone put thank you, Captain Obvious. Ah, what in the world? Ah. You flip sides more than pancakes at IHOP on pancake day. All right, I'm gonna buy the dip again. These memes are funny. Holding because he said, "How is this not financial advice?" That's funny. These decisions we have no choice but to buy and hold. Funny. Um, Hertz is OTC after bankruptcy. Maybe that came from Jim Cramer. No, you're talking about this candle right here, or this candle, I guess. You've seen a lot of that activity from 801. So when other brokerage accounts open up, good morning. Are we loving some J.P. Morgan advisements? The hedge funds regarding keeping enough cash into the portfolio margins. Yes, indeed. Matt, are you sure it's a secret message? Golden bananas, a bull today. Um, Possibly, yeah. It'll be a bull market today. Is that what we're saying? Ah, yeah. When I go to the gym today, I got to work out this shoulder. I got to do shoulders today because this hurts. I mean, I did chest yesterday, and it must have transitioned into um my shoulder a little bit when I was pulling. I don't really pull that much weight when I'm doing uh chest, just because um I'm not really going for something that's crazy bulky, but it hurts so much. I haven't I haven't felt this much pain in that area since I was playing football, and and actually injured it. I have a friend who is in the IRS, and he says they go after their small guy because they can't afford tax lawyers, and it's easier on them. You can see that Jim Cramer is not even a registered financial advisor. Did you get vaccinated in that arm? No, I didn't. NBC has a page or two. What was that? Oh, that's my watch. I didn't think that was my phone. CNBC has a page or two disclaimer about him. Got shorted. You're funny. All right, we got 540 people in here, guys. Hit the like button if you can. It does help out the channel. I'm a little hungry though. Oh shoot! You know what? One time I have another meeting. It's been a difficult day. I'll tell you that. It's been very difficult because I think oh no Erica is gonna have um a call with uh like for Hayden, like a doctor call for Hayden. So um I have to watch Harper, but I also think I have a meeting. That's not going to be good. But I can't stream, have a meeting, and yeah. So I think that's at like 8:30. Give me a second. Give me 1 second. So we have 540 people in here. Guys, hit the like button. I'm gonna go and talk to my wife about something to see what's going on there. But I think I do have a meeting as well, which will suck because I got on here late at like 6:30. So basically, that would only be like a 2-hour stream. It was pumping iron. Yeah, I like to stream everything. I would like to do a gym stream as well. Oh, that's not it. Where's my? Oh. I mean, Trey puts the lamp in charge, and Matt puts chair in charge. Oh, put microphone in charge. Oh, okay, now I get what you're saying. Put Carl in charge. I don't think he would stay up here if I told him to. I should have a Carl cam. I should have something that sets up where Carl sits the most and have a camera so that I can pan to that camera to see if he is there. That's a good idea. You need to create a loop so that we can see old video views so that you can make quick getaways. Yeah, that's smart. I could just keep saying AMC is this. Oh man. Well, give me the damn notification then. The hell? What do you think this is? Is this an amateur hour? Absolutely not. Oh, that's why my phone's updating, so I can't get on there. Let me actually see if I could just look it up because I already have my stuff open. Yeah, it looks like that's the case. Seems like this this week is not going to be the best for streaming, but as long as I can get on here for a couple of minutes and talk to you guys about what's happening, that's always good. Shoot, shoot. Green Trey puts a lamp in char. 100% on board with that. Yeah, I would love to see. I would love to get a Carl cam set up, but I would need to buy another like high quality camera for that to happen. So I would buy a second camera just to point it at Carl and Daisy, which definitely could happen. I mean, I'm not against it. All right. Um, about this. This camcorder that I have here that does last forever is $1,000. So if we get over, I don't know, a month or so, we get $1,000 in like super chats or something like that. I will spend that money on the Carl Cam. But yeah, that's basically gonna be it, because I think it'll be good, but I just have to figure out where they lay the most. They're always laying on the couch, so if I can set up a camera that actually goes all the way from here to over there, and then is like, elevated just to see where they are, I can always change the cameras through my streaming service or through Streamlabs, I think. But I would need a cam link, and I would need another camcorder, something that lasts a really long time, because my Sony A6100 doesn't last long enough. And if I turn it on with the cam link on, I have to restart the streaming service in order to do it. So towards the Carl Cam. All right, let's keep track of it. I will create an Excel document. See what we're looking like. When in doubt, just put it on your desktop. What's going on here? There's so many goddamn notifications. All right, okay. Seven dash 13 dash 20. Yeah, the four. And I guess it'll be a Carl and Daisy cam if this does happen. If it does happen. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. Boom. There we go. Started something right here. The Carl cam fun. GoPro and Carl, we can follow him throughout the day. Curious, do you drink filtered water or a lot of from the city or faucet tap? I drink water from like bottled water, spring water. a lot of it, which I haven't even opened this morning, so I don't think I drink enough. That might be the issue. Car would be more dynamic than lamp, I'd admit. AMC is pushing. Yes, I do see AMC is pushing. It started to come back a little bit. It was up to $41, and $41.24. Now it's pulling back a little bit to $41.01, almost below $41 at this moment. So yeah. Let's see what. So we got 685 votes. 53% say that it's going to go up today, and 47% say it's going to go down. So it's kind of close to an even split. Oh wait, now it just updated. So 52% say that it's going to go up today, and 48% say it's going to go down. So I'm going to keep this open to 700 votes. So if you have not voted on it yet, vote on it and see what we can get up to. I would imagine it's not going to change it too much as we start to see this, but basically 52% is saying that we're going to go up today. So hopefully that's the case. Well, what's the price resistance you would like to see AMC break? Well, first, as I was looking into it yesterday, I would have liked to see it break other levels. Let's go into the last 5 days. So, one. So when I look at AMC today, I mean, there's certain levels that we just need to break past, and I hope we can push past 42 today, because it looks like the way we resisted down here and resisting at 41.50. I would love to see it break past that 52 mark, that support level right here. The horizontal line, I would like to see it break past about 42. I would also love to see it break past 44 or so. It looks like that's a firm resistance point. And then obviously breaking past 46. Yeah, so getting past 45, 46 or so. Would love to see it get past those levels. But yeah, some of those levels I would like to see it break right now. I would obviously love to see it break past 50, which it had some really firm struggles breaking past 50, as you can see up here. Would love to see it get past that mark. Because if it does break past 50, then we know we're going to be in a good situation to move upward. However, we still have to break past 53, 55, all that stuff. So, all right, guys, I think I need to end this because he's about to have that meeting and I'm about to have a meeting. So literally in 3 minutes. So guys, sorry that it has to be this late. This. I just forget that I have meetings that pop up out of the blue. But guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'm sure there are other people that are streaming. I'm sorry that I got on late today. I did not get on at 5. But make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. Guys, Emmy's about to come downstairs, so yeah, I have to figure all this situation out. Anyways, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Check out all my other stuff, all my other content and everything. I would give my full prediction, but maybe I'll do that on Twitter. So watch out for my Twitter. Go follow me on Twitter. Follow me on my social medias. All that stuff. Check out all the links in the description. It does help out. But I'm gonna get out of here, guys. I know this is only a 2-hour stream, but I will catch you guys in the next one. See ya.